I looked and looked throughout our group, and I cannot find where I have ever told you about the following. I thought that I had. So I'm going to talk just a bit about a new bolo. I guess it's new because I can't find evidence that we've discussed it. And those are remote controls. The great thing about remote controls is they're cheap. They're usually $1 or less at a garage sale. They are usually plentiful. There'll often be a box of the things like in a thrift store, and they don't know what to do with them. And they're lightweight and easy to ship. So they may only bring $12, but they may only cost $1. And it's a nice little profit add-on for you to make $10 every time that you source one that will sell. It's interesting that just recently you may have heard that the man who invented the remote control died at age 96. He lived a long life. What was sad, I mean, of course it's sad he died, but he lived a long life. What was sad, though, is that he wasn't found for several days after he had passed away. They found him down inside the back of the sofa cushions behind where he used to sit. I think that's true. I may be wrong. Okay, so back to remotes. Anytime that you're sourcing them, this picture is a stock photo, but I find in thrift stores remotes like this all the time, just piles of them. And I don't want to go through and source all of them. There's no way I'm going to go through and look for comps. No way. But you should look for universal remotes and unusual remotes, whatever that means. Look for remotes with a little video screen. So you also might remember that in your sourcing bag that I told you to have with you need batteries. And remote controls are one reason that you want to have batteries with you, because they often don't have batteries. Almost all remotes have a model number somewhere. Very rarely do you need to open up the battery compartment to find the model number, but almost always the model numbers are in small print somewhere. Sometimes they're right on the front. Usually they're on the back in small print. And with the model number, that's how you check comp. Now here's the little trick that I wish more people would teach this, but they don't. And I don't know why. You have a remote and you put batteries in it and you punch some buttons, you press some buttons, and you have no idea if it works. Some remotes have little red lights or green lights or blue lights on top of them to indicate that they're doing something, but that doesn't always mean they're shooting out a signal. You will not see this infrared signal most of the time. You won't see anything on the actual important part of the remote. So what do you do when you have a remote that looks like it's going to bring comps? Now some remotes bring 30, 40, 50 bucks. So, some are really worth checking, but you want to make sure they work. You don't want to sell a remote control for parts that doesn't work. So whenever you press a button and you've put batteries in it, and maybe this light works, maybe it doesn't, but that doesn't tell you if the remote actually works. What you have to do is press a button while you point your cell phone camera at the remote. This is an actual picture from a camera as I'm pressing the button, and the camera will pick up this infrared signal. Now, it still doesn't mean that the thing works, but it probably does. I mean, it means it's sending out a signal. And if you push a bunch of the buttons and they trigger this in your cell phone screen, that means it works. That's a pretty cool trick, because otherwise you won't be able to see anything come out of this, even if you put fresh batteries in it. So if you find one, comps are good, you've tested it, you've seen the signal, it's good to source.